Hey guys, Gengarluv here, bringing you an OU battle against Charizardtakesflight. Definitely go check out his channel. He gets a lot of battles against big YouTubers, and he's pretty talented, so definitely worth a look. Today's battle is a bit different. I'm actually using a more defensive team, which is different for me. It was a bit of a challenge. It was my first time using it as well, so there's still a few kinks I need to work out. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the battle. Cheers. Okay, so you might look at my team preview here and think, what the fuck is this guy on about saying this is a defensive team? But the Jirachi, Breloom, Latias, and Gyarados are all defensively orientated Pokemon, leaving Scarf Terrakion and Nidoking as my two only real designated hitters. Breloom and Latias both have Bulk Up and Carmine respectively, so given the right set of circumstances, the right switch in, I can set up with them and also become fairly offensive. Looking at his team, it's a sunny day team, there's not much more to say. The Venusaur, if it has Chlorophyll, which it most likely does, is going to be a real threat in my team, given that Terrakion's the only Pokemon I have with any genuine speed in my team. So I'm going to have to be mindful of that. And it's going to mean I'm going to have to manage Terrakion and make sure that he gets through this battle, because he's going to be very important. He's also got a Genesect, which who knows what the fuck that thing's going to do. I'm just going to lead off with Terrakion though, knowing that Ninetales is going to come in and set up Sun straight away. Now I'm anticipating the switch, probably to something that can take a hit like Fortress or maybe the Latias, so I'm just going to switch out, pull out my Angry Dick, get the Intimidate off on my opponent, because who wouldn't be scared if some random just flopped out an Angry Dick at you. He brings in his Fortress, and that's good for me. I know it's going to want to start setting up here, so I'm going to go to Taunt on this thing, and he can't set up spikes. Most likely he's got the Gyro Ball and Rapid Spin, so there's no point in him staying in. So I'm going to go with the T-Wave, and thank my lucky stars, he brings in his Venusaur, and Chlorophyll is now fucking useless because that motherfucker's been T-Waved, and that brought the biggest smile to my face. So Angry Dix is going to go back, and here, don't ask me why I made this play. I bought in Breloom because I knew it'd be a safe switch, but then I thought to myself, what the fuck do I actually have to hit this thing with? And I realised I have fuck all. So I have to make another switch here, bring in my Nidoking, my only other offensive Pokemon, and he gets double edge to the face. He's going to survive it though, but fuck, that's a horrendous start. After a nice little start, paralysing this fucking thing, he's able to get a Swords Dance off and now pretty much destroy one of my two only offensive Pokemon. So, lovely start here. I just want to get some massive damage off in the sun. I know Fire Blast is going to do a fuckload. He brings in his Goldilocks, his own Latias. I get the crit, which is actually really going to help later on in this battle. I don't know whether he's going to stay in or if he actually wants to save his Latias, so I'm just going to go the Ice Beam. He brings in his Ninetales, and I think he hasn't got Rocks up yet, so let's keep Nidoking alive. I'll go out to my own Latias, and as you can see, I'm struggling for nicknames at the moment, so I just called it that ass after Latias. You know, shit I know, but he did an energy. He went for Energy Ball. I don't know what he was expecting. Possibly Gyarados would come back in. You want to get some damage off on it, maybe Terrakion. Of course, it does nothing. And he brings in his Genesect as I went for a Carmine, and this is where I realise I'm in a lot of fucking trouble this battle. I'm at full health. I've got one Carmine up. You did get the special attack boost on the switch in. He goes the Bug Buzz, Life Orb the Bug Buzz, and I survive on 3 HP, and I'm thinking, fuck me, thank the Lord Jesus Christ. I stayed in to recover because I honestly thought he might U-turn, and I just wanted to scout out what he was going to do. I knew I'd be able to take a U-turn fairly comfortably and, you know, get most of my HP back. Now I'm going to have to switch. I'm going to go out to Gypsy, my Jirachi, fucking hell, and he goes for an Ice Beam trying to finish me off there. Luckily I resist that, but I know a Flamethrower is going to come, so I'm going to go out to Nidoking. I wasn't 100% sure if he had Thunderbolt or not, and I didn't want to risk bringing in Gyarados as a likely switch to resist the Flamethrower, so I thought I'm going to have to sacrifice this fucker early. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? Now, this is the only thing I have on my team here that can actually destroy this Genesect, because it's going to outspeed everything else on my team, unfortunately. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go to close combat. He brings in his fortress, takes the close combat fairly nicely, but that's alright by me because during this battle I'm going to continuously try and whittle this fortress down to the point where I can kill it. So that initial close combat isn't that bad for me. I'm going to switch out to Breloom as I know he's going to start setting up, and I'm just going to go for a bulk up on the switch, I believe. He brings out his Venusaur, and this time I'm thinking, alright, now it's time, like if I get a couple of bulk ups up, maybe I can start hitting this thing a bit. So I get one bulk up as he switches in. I'm going to go for the second bulk up here, since I know that I need to get my attack high enough. And I'm only expecting him to either Sword Stance or go for the Double Edge. He does actually go for the Double Edge, so that's fantastic. It's going to do fuck all to me, because like I said, this Breloom, it's a defensive-minded Breloom, and with a couple of bulk ups, that's going to do jack shit. So I'm going to get my Poison Heal recovery there. Going to go for the third bulk up as he goes for a Sword Stance, knowing that he's going to have to get some power if he's going to try and kill this Breloom. And here I'm thinking, alright, I'm at +3. He's going to have to go for another Swords Dance if he's going to have any hope of killing me with a +3 defense. So let's hope that a Drain Punch is going to be a 2-hit KO. I got a first Drain Punch, land it lovely, and it's perfect because it's going to get him down to about, I don't know, 35-40% of his health, and that's going to mean another Drain Punch is going to finish him off. And I got that prediction right. He did go for that Swords Dance, so that's fantastic. I knew he wasn't going to switch there because that Venusaur's pretty much fucked, paralysed, and that sort of health. There's no point in switching it. So he goes to his Ninetales, and I'm expecting the Fire move just because he's going to want to get rid of my Breloom with a +3 bulk up. So I'm going to go out to Latias, and Latias is going to take a Overheat in the sun like it's fucking just been overheated by a Magikarp. Now I know the Genesect's going to come in because it seems like he's going to want to get his Genesect in on my Latias, so I'm going to take the time to switch out to Terrakion, knowing that it's the only thing that's really going to threaten this thing. And without doubt, he does go to his Genesect. He gets the special attack boost, but even with that, he's not going to want to stay in because he can't risk losing his Genesect. Terrakion, I know he's going to switch here, but like I said before, I need to start getting this fortress down because it's going to be a real pain in the ass. So I'm going to go on another close combat on it. It's going to whittle it down. After Lefty's recovery, it's going to be at about 55% health maybe. I do get poisoned, sorry, by the single layer of toxic spikes on entry, so that's going to put a little bit of pressure on my Terrakion and on me, knowing that I can't leave it in for too long because that residual damage is going to build up, and I need to make sure that I can keep that thing alive for as long as possible. So here I make another stupid switch. I go to the Jirachi for some reason. I should have gone out to Angry Dicks, but I actually have no idea why I fucking went to Jirachi. Luckily for me, I'm pretty sure he thought that I was going for the Fire Punch there. And like, I'd love to claim that I was bluffing the Fire Punch, but at the time I just fucking had no idea what I was doing. So I'm going to get the Stealth Rocks up here. And again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I stay in here and get the Wish, knowing that I probably can live one Fire move, but, you know, the Wish isn't going to do me any good anyway. But he goes for Stealth Rocks, and here I've got the Wish up. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get that Wish over to Latias. You know, my fuck-ups, somehow I survived there, and he doesn't predict my switch over to Latias, thank God. He goes the Earth Power, knowing that that's going to do a shit ton to Jirachi. But luckily for me, Latias has Levitate. I'm going to get the Wish, and now I'm going to take the time to recover. Even if his Genesect comes in, I'm hoping that I'll be able to survive something that it does to me. And he actually stays in and goes the Lava Plume here, hoping to get the burn off. He doesn't, thank God. It's a good move by him, because that residual damage would have been a pain in the ass. And in the sun, Lava Plume has a fantastic chance to actually get the burn off, but luckily he doesn't. I go out to Angry Dicks, knowing that this time he's going to bring the Genesect in, and without fail he does. Now, the reason why I went to Angry Dicks here is because I need to get the T-Wave off on this fucking thing, because like the Venusaur before, if I can get the T-Wave off on this thing, it's all of a sudden its threat level from like high terrorist alert is going to go down to like, I don't know, local street thug level, you know. So I'm going to go to T-Wave, knowing that even if he does switch, I'm still going to get something paralysed. He's going to go bring out his Ninetales, which is good and bad. I found out later, actually watching a few of his older videos, that this Ninetales is Choice Scarf, so it actually does help me out a bit. I'm going to go to Waterfall, but Under the Sun, that Waterfall fucking still can't kill, so fucking the Sun's killing me here. You know, it's boosting his fire attacks like crazy, it's fucking my water attacks. He's just going to survive on a bee's dick worth of health. He's going to get off the Side Shock, which isn't going to do shit, as I finish it off with the Waterfall. Now here, I'm knowing that Gyarados could play a big part in this team too. Given that he didn't stay in and Thunderbolt me before, tells me that maybe he doesn't have the Thunderbolt, or maybe I'm safe leaving Gyarados to be able to take on that Genesect. So he brings in Heatran, and I'm going to go to T-Bolt, paralyze this thing, just get it ready for a kill. He goes to Lava Plume, and I'm praying, please, for the love of God, baby Jesus, do not fucking burn me. And he gets the burn, and for that reason, and that reason only, I'm going to speed the fuck out of this, because this part is boring as fuck. Pretty much, Under the Sun with the burn, I know Waterfall's not going to be able to do shit to his Heatran, so I'm just going to taunt his Fortress, and I'm just going to make sure he can't set up, and that I'm able to just Dragon Tail everything out, just to see, just get a little bit of damage here, there, and everywhere. It's fucking pointless at the moment. That it's interesting to know too, when I taunted that Fortress, he did actually go to Rapid Spin to get rid of my rocks, so fuck, that's fucking gay. Now I'm just waiting for Angry Dicks to die, because I don't want to bring in Terrakion, let him get a little bit of poison damage, and run the risk of also having him take some more, like get KO'd by some random hit that he throws at me. Thingo dies, and now it's time just to go close combat. I take some entry hazards from the spikes. I'm poisoned. I'm going to go to close combat. Hopefully this is going to be a 2-hit KO on his Fortress. And at this stage, it's looking very much like it. He's going to get a bit of leftovers recovery here, so I'm praying it's not enough just so he can survive a little bit, because any more poison damage racking up is going to really, really fuck me over, and I need this thing to kill his Genesect. Go to close combat and fucking bang, that thing's gone. And you know, it took about 4 or 5 close combats with entry hazards to take this thing down, but we finally fucking got there, thank God. Again, poison damage is hurting me here because he's still got 3 Pokemon left. He brings in his Latias. I'm confident that close combat's going to kill it. Thankfully it does. More poison damage racking up is going to get me into the red here, and that's not good at all. The Latias goes down. He's down to 2. He's got Heatran, and here I'm just praying to God that... I saw also during that part I speed up, he has Protect. He went for Protect and got fully paralyzed, and that right there just won me the game. That paralysis won me the game. If that paralysis didn't happen, I wouldn't have been able to take down that Heatran that turn, and more poison damage would have racked up. That poison damage would have meant that when I killed the Heatran on the second turn, I would have died from poison, and it would have made things very, very difficult for me. But as it turns out, I live. I'm going to go to close combat here. Hopefully I'll kill this Genesect. I sort of told you I already won the game, so clearly I do kill this Genesect, because fuck, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Sorry guys. Go to close combat. Genesect, thank God, is down. I wanted to do that from the start of the battle. That Genesect's gone, and Terrakion, you're a beast. You just saved me that game. Had that Protect come off, I would have died to toxic damage, and I would have been left with Jirachi, Breloom, and Latias, who all would have been fucked in the face by that Genesect. So I got really lucky there. Good game, Charizard. I really enjoyed it. You know, it was a different battle for me, being a bit more defensive, but, you know, I hope you guys appreciate that battle too and you enjoyed it. And until next time, guys, take it easy. Cheers.